Hello, church. I hope all is well. Today we're doing our Christian response to technology, part two. This is going to be a rather long series, as I mentioned in the first part, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot for us to understand and consider. There's a lot for us to digest. So, getting back on target. Last thing we talked about is technology morally neutral? It is, unless it's designed to be evil. What does that mean? Well, there's a question, huh? Was it okay to drop our atom bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? There's a split decision on that one, isn't there? Now we know in the Bible that God led his people through war, through combat. So in that sense, it comes back to, well, how do you use it? And my gosh, there's a lot of ambiguity there, isn't there? So this isn't a light thing. I could take several devotionals just talking about nuclear weapons, but I'm not going to do that to me or you. But you get the idea. It's a tough question to answer. So, here's the important thing to remember. We have passed laws that say men can choose to be women and women can choose to be men, even if they don't have operations to change their parts. And we have laws in place telling us that we need to respect their decisions, to the point that if we don't, we can be prosecuted. We have laws, they go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's okay to murder our babies, it's not okay. It's okay to murder our babies, it's not okay. Some of us call it murder, some of us call it abortion, and some of us call it health care. Without getting into the politics of it, I just want to say this: along with homosexuality, lesbianism, breaking any of the 10 Commandments, what we must keep in mind is whatever technology is employed for any purpose, it cannot and does not dismiss God's sovereign rule over everything. We can pass all the laws we want to against God's commandments. It doesn't make him right, and it doesn't change who he is, and it doesn't change what happens to us if we don't obey his laws and obey the civil laws instead. Very, very important that we all understand this. So, God is sovereign and we are not. Everything here is designed and prepared for his purpose. He works providentially in a world that will be glorified in the new earth. Even the wicked acts of men and women are under the sovereign rule of God, who does not fear or do evil, but defeated it by sending his own Son, Jesus Christ, who died for us. And because of his resurrection, we should not fear what is to come, because we know that God holds all things together. Everyone has benefited from some sort of technology. That's no surprise. I mean, the clarity we have on our TV sets, on our iPads, on our phones, it's miraculous, absolutely miraculous compared to the little 12-inch TV my parents had when I was growing up, on a little turntable thing that we had. Now, you can buy a 75-inch TV for $500 if you can find it on sale, and that's no kidding. I've seen them. So, that doesn't make it okay to watch TV instead of going outside, instead of going to church, instead of living your life, instead of interacting with other people. instead of taking God's word to people who don't know about him, the good news. Same with our phones. You know, we sit like this with our phones. And again, I'm guilty of this too. I keep trying to work at it. It's a problem. It's a problem we all have. We can't quit using our electronic devices. And that's a fact. So they're wonderful tools. It's how we use them, again, that makes them good and bad. We will be accountable for everything we do with God. Technology is a gift from him, and it should be used, frankly, to know him better, build up our neighbors, and glorify him above all. Technology is going to be used and is being used right now to alter people's opinions about things. A lot of Christian conservative views are being snuffed out by a mostly liberal media. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. That will minimize exposure to biblical values and maximize exposure to other things. And if you think I'm kidding or exaggerating, before you get mad at me, consider this, okay? We can have transgender people reading lewd stories to our kids in school, but we can't pray. We can't have a Bible class and read the Bible in a study. Like we can't have that transgender person do that. We can have men use women's restrooms and women use men's rooms. I think I said that right. How screwed up are we? Okay, and what does the media do? Does the media fight that? Be honest with me, they don't. In fact, I'm a Christian, I'm a bad guy because I don't think it's okay for a guy to go use my granddaughter's restroom in a public setting. I won't allow it. And if my granddaughter happens to be with me and is using something like that, I'm going to stop the guy who goes in her restroom, right? So, again, gosh, we're out of time. And I will keep going. And again, please have patience and bear with me on this important subject. And I will talk to you again. God bless you.